everyone, Sean Clement here. I hope you're enjoying this wonderful series we have on Tiger Woods. And I just, when I dove into it, I mean, for the longest time, I wasn't a fan of the positions that he was taking on with all of his teachers, from Butch to Hank to Sean. It was all pretty much a different set of positions, work on them for 1.5 to 2 years, perform with them for a while until they don't work anymore, then move on to the next coach. And it really, when you think about it, it really is off the charts incredible what he has been able to accomplish through and despite all of those actions. So we get to today where I think Tiger Woods has phenomenal wisdom as to the kind of golf he wants to play. And he really does have the potential to be amazing and incredible again. And my fingers are crossed that he's going to keep that strain level way down. A good step in the right direction is, if you remember the Valspar that he was clocked at 129 miles per hour with his driver, and now it's more along the lines of 118. That is a much more sound and manageable speed for Tiger. And I'm in complete agreement with that, because he's going to be able to swing until the cows come home, as far as that intensity is concerned. But at 129, something else is going to give, and you can't keep pushing the engine like that. So, it's a high mileage engine. You got to baby those suckers. But if you baby them properly and you treat them nice, they'll last forever, okay? So we talked about his pre-shot routine, and you notice how he was just swinging la-di-da back and forth, getting his mind, and you could see there was a wonderful rhythm going on. We call that the perpetual motion drill at Wisdom in Golf. So when I'm swinging back and through without stopping, I'm basically giving my control to gravity, and you can see that gravity is placing my arms and club. And I am listening to the change of direction. It's like I am not interrupting the change of direction from one side to the next. So this is, and you'll see, this is where you get beautiful rhythm, and beautiful rhythm inspires beautiful timing. And timing is what we talked about in the first couple of videos, where he engages that kinetic chain so nicely, and because he's not under strain, he's able to engage and deliver while staying completely on his target. What initiates that is this wonderful back and through. So you'll notice that on the way down, the weight of the club head is moving toward the target right now. If I let my arms fall through, the arms are falling through, notice the club can't go this way. It would only go that way if I push on it. And so many of you are unaware at how much you push on that club, because your brain's thinking, I got to square that club up to meet the ball. And then you get into this manipulative state. So in order for you to deliver toward the target, well, turn that club upside down. Imagine you're going fishing. So I've got my fishing pole here, and I'm casting my fishing pole towards my target. I'm trying to catch some fish out of this pond. I got to be able to cast that fishing line toward the pond. And when you get good at it, you go, okay, I'm going to send it right next to that log, on the left side of the log. There it is. And you're able to fine-tune and become very accurate with where you're casting that lure. It's the same thing in golf. So we're just going to turn it upside down. We gather that backswing, and we're going to cast a fishing line, let's say, down that strip here. So if you look into slow motion, notice how I'm casting over there. I'm not casting over your head. I'm not casting at the ball. I can't be the ball. So I am casting in the direction I want that ball to go. So what saves Tiger and allows him to cast and deliver towards his target is that stronger grip we talked about in that first video. And that's something that, you know, I'd like to see Jordan Spieth do, is strengthen that grip a little bit more, just a bit, so that would allow him to deliver toward the target, because he's always bowed his wrist. But there's a certain limit. If your grip is too weak, you can bow your wrist all day and it still won't square the club well enough. And then when you have to start doing it with the body, well then it's at diminishing returns, because now you're not holding that axis of rotation anymore, and now you're throwing yourself out in front of the ball, and it doesn't matter what you do with this anymore, you'll never be able to square up the club face. And that's where he hits those big blocks out to the right. So very important that your grip is strong enough, and Tiger's grip is neutral to strongish, and that's just enough so that, hey, he's able to make the modifications he needs. And that happens up here when you're focused on the target. That'll happen automatically. You don't have to think about what you're trying to do with the hands. You just know that this grip will allow you to go over there with that particular ball flight. And that's key. So I am allowing the weight of the club to release me. It's releasing me over here, and it's releasing me over here. And that is a wonderful little exercise that you can do. You can turn the club upside down. Imagine you got a machete in your hands, slash through. So notice where that release occurred. I'm not going to, you know, release into myself. You'll see that the release happens well past the ball. And then again, in the other direction, well past the ball. Why is it so important to do it in both directions? You see Tiger doing that all the time. You see Phil doing that all the time. You'll see Jordan doing that all the time when he was, you know, doing well. You see how he's, you know, cutting the grass in both directions. But you see Phil and Tiger really doing it with a full release in both directions. And that's really key, because on the way back, the club is releasing your arms and shaft exactly on the plane that it needs to be on. So if, let's say, I'm just brushing grass over here back and through, well, notice I can brush the grass nicely in both directions, and my club is right on plane because I'm brushing grass. If I didn't brush grass, I wouldn't be on plane. And it really is as simple as that. So get a little bit of this in your pre-shot routine, but do it in relation to your target. Don't do it in relation to grass or ground or ball or whatever. Do it in relation to the target. So as Tiger's getting ready here, he's feeling that release moving left center of the fairway. And then when he gets to the ball, he's got left center fairway in his mind, and he already has the feel of that release going in that direction. So what we'll see in our premium videos, on our premium channel, we have a whole series on that kinetic chain and how to engage it properly. And we have a whole series on how your pre-motor cortex is so key to getting you to deliver in that direction. And we'll end with this. So I'm going that way, I'm going to be releasing that way. That gives you a specific release, a specific feel, doesn't it? Let's say I was going to tell you, you're going to hold this club as hard as possible and you're going to hit the ball as hard as possible. Do you feel a rib pop? That's pretty much what's going to happen. So that's your premotor cortex getting your body ready and braced to perform that very difficult task that you have in your mind. Versus, I'm getting ready to cast my fishing pole over there. I'm getting ready to slash my sword effortlessly through that bamboo shoot using the weight of my instrument. Wow, that's a very different feel, isn't it? So you've got your picture, and then you've got the feel that you're going to use to deliver into that picture. So I am gathering the fishing pole and releasing that fishing pole in that direction. Pretty cool, huh? Hope you enjoyed that series with Tiger. I'm really looking forward to seeing what else he's got. And I want to see him stay focused on those pictures that he's trying to do and get really polished in the way that he prepares and predicts each shot. And I think we're going to see some amazing fireworks out of this man. All the best.